Yes, this is in America. When the refugees come here, they have no idea about the system that they have to adopt, and the government lacks of assistance towards those human beings. They come and have no food, no money, no houses, dreaming that they will have a better life.
Let me start. My name is Shahriya. I'm from Burma. Assalamu alaikum. I will start the first one. His name is Ibrahim. He came from Burma too. We all are refugees, so I only talk like I only name. The second one is Ali. Ali is from Burma too, and he has his own family here. Also, Apile is from Burma too, and his wife Hazra. And her name is Fatma, but Muhammad Rafi is at home today to do something at home. And this is Sister Amira, always helps. And his name is Nur Zaman, son of Apile. And this is Muhammad Shafi, son of Fatima. and this is Salima, wife of Ali. And this is the youngest son for Ali, and his name is Mike.
You said you are from what country again?
From Burma.
Burma, is it a country, right?
Yeah. Our country is in touch with India, Bangladesh, Thailand, Laos, and China. Yeah, Asian country, yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
And her name is Zahra, and she is daughter of Ibrahim. And this is the wife of Ibrahim, and her name is Surabi. And she is the daughter of Ali, and her name is Ramzan. The youngest is Ramzan, and Hasina is the older daughter. So we came, actually I came from America since 2 years now, but they are like a new refugee families. They came here since September 2007. And this house is a Apile house. Apile and Hazra family live here. But we live around here, not in this apartment. And today, Apile wants to celebrate the first home, how we call like a homecoming or whatever we call it, like a celebrate. And he wants to treat people like cultural food. This is our cultural food, and Amira tried to eat our food, little bit spicy.
Muslim Americans today are a remarkably diverse group, belonging to over 75 different ethnicities and nationalities and representing many different interpretations of Islam. Muslim refugees represent a spectrum of education backgrounds, social classes, language backgrounds, and ways of expressing their faith. They include people who wear Western dress and adopt their religious observances to a Western lifestyle, as well as people who maintain customs of dress, food, social relationships, and religious observance that are tradition or normative in their countries of origin. Indeed, no other country in the world has a Muslim population that is as culturally and religiously diverse as that of the United States.
We live in our country and we love our country, but for some refugees, we have I think two groups of refugees from Burma. One is type 1 is armed conflict in their areas, and they can't live in their area, and they have to run away like the whole group from the village. So they run away to neighbor country, and neighbor countries are very easy to enter. It's Thailand. So they move to Thailand like a group, and they settle down in Thailand, and Thai government make like a refugee camps over there, and they live in refugee camps. For these people, they live in Thai refugee camp for 17 years or 20 years. More than 20 years, they have many refugees over there until now. And for me, or some refugees like Ibrahim, they involved with a political group. And when they involve with political group, they can't live in Burma because government will arrest them, or government try to arrest, and they have to run away or something like that. That's why they move to Thailand and they live in Thailand. But they are ongoing activities against the Burmese government to get democracy. So these kinds of people live in Thailand, and Thai government wants to close refugee camps because they said refugee people make many problems over there. And then at that time, UNHCR supported refugees for living things, I mean basic, like a food, shelter, something like that. For shelter, they will support like a bamboos. You have to build bamboo hut by yourself. And then they will give like a rice, our cultural food, but not with like a beef, meat, nothing. Only like a basic rice and dry beans, cooking oil, charcoal, and candles, because we don't have any electricity over there.
Now, who is sponsoring those projects?
UNHCR, United Nations of High Commissioner, yeah. And then they said refugee people, they want to close, according to close, Thai government wanted to close the refugee camp. UNHCR arranged the third country for refugees. And they have like their criteria to choose the countries, and many countries, we can select many countries, you know. We can choose America, Norway, Sweden, whatever we want. But we love America because Americans have like a kind of freedom. And we never get freedom in our country. That's why we came here to get freedom, especially religious freedom.
Her. Yeah.
I introduce today a great sister, Amira, who is a revert to Islam since 20 years. Started a great job among those poor helpless refugees since 1995.
I was going to ask you, how long have you been Muslim?
20 years. I've been a Muslim now for 20 years.
And can you tell me about your life before Islam?
I grew up in Wisconsin, actually.
Oh, okay.
And I graduated there from high school, and then I went to University of Wisconsin-Madison.
Yeah. And I was going to ask you, were you Christian at that time, or what?
Catholic.
Catholic.
Catholic, yes. Catholics don't say that they're Christians, they're Catholic.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
And I did go to a parochial school. I went to Catholic school. In my town, I was taught by nuns.
Yes. Yeah.
And come on back here, guys.
Yeah. Okay. And how was...
Mokhtar, go ahead.
How did you start to know about Islam? What was the process or the story of your Islam?
Okay, I was a teacher in Kenya.
Oh, wow.
Yes, that's how come I know so many African people here. And I taught at a girls' Harambee school in Kenya, and that's where I got to know about Islam. I actually, not at the school, but in Kenya there was like very good Muslims there, and I noticed that they had a very good life and that they took care of one another, and the teenagers loved their grandparents, and they liked family times. For them, Sunday afternoon was like family time, to be with your family. In America, it seemed like Sunday afternoon meant being in front of a sports game on the TV with a case of beer. And that life was very empty.
And so this is what actually made you to start
noticing.
That was like the key for it, right?
Yeah, that was like the key. So I had asked a friend of mine in Kenya, like, who are those people? And she said, oh, they're Muslims. And that's
Actually, when we came, between like a week, we have to go to refugee clinic to get immunization. So but first time I didn't know her with a refugee clinic, but she came to refugee clinic to collect the name of the families who came from whatever, we came from Burma or every refugee. She wanted to get the name from the I-94. She asked someone over there. And then that someone, his name is Adil, he introduced Amira with them. And then she got like all addresses, and she came to the house by house. And she said, okay, for example, she came to my house, she gave me like Quran, and then like a alarm clock for Azam, and then she gave me Zamzam water, and everything for Muslim people. You know, when we came, we can't bring all. So she came to my house, and she brought my son, my two sons and my daughter. She said they have to go to school, that's why she wanted to buy shoes for them. Because shoes are not enough for refugees. When we came, we don't have any enough clothes, shoes, and she bought uniforms and then shoes for my kids. And she gave a big table just for my family, I told you, just for my family, she supported like to get a computer for my kid. And then the other family, they told me she came every house, it's not only Muslim, every house, and she came. So all the time when she came to our door and knocked the door. So we faced with our sister Amira, and we knew her. And she said every Saturday we can come here to pray, because you know many Muslims need to pray, especially on Saturday, as it's Friday. So we tried to find where is the mosque, and she said there is a mosque in Sunday Square, and we can go and pray over there. Yeah, this is the first time we met with her.
Okay, it's Islamic Community Center of North Texas, founded in 1995. And we just have various activities. Mainly it's the refugee activity, and now we made this building. And downstairs we have a men's prayer hall and a sisters' prayer hall and office and kitchens, activities in community center. And then the 4 apartments that surround it, their income supports the 2 charities.
Sister Amira does not only help refugees to start with their lives in United States of America, but also she has a weekly program with the kids ages 3 to 15 years old for memorizing Quran and reading Arabic language.
Okay, so what message would you give to the Muslims?
The Muslims is that right in your own neighborhoods, you need to form your own small prayer place or Islamic center. Don't wait to go to the big ones. Don't wait for the big mosques. Just make your own center, and just people will come. Allah will send the people.